Hi guys, are you doing well? Last week we had a very interesting class. We discussed famous personalities in the UK whom we'd like to meet one day. Then we did some research to find out more details about their life. I've got 3 people on my list. First of all, it's Winston Churchill. You probably know that he was the Prime Minister of the UK during the Second World War. But did you know that he was also a prolific writer and artist? He painted more than 600 pictures and wrote around 20 books over the course of his life. He was even awarded a Nobel Prize in Literature for his mastery of historical and biographical description, as well as for brilliant oratory. He led quite an interesting life. For example, before going into politics, he had been a war reporter in dangerous zones. Once, he was even captured when traveling in South Africa and was taken to a camp as a prisoner of war. Churchill didn't stay there long though, as he escaped the camp at night. His political career began in 1900 when he was elected to Parliament, where he would stay for more than 60 years. Interestingly, although Churchill proved to be a strong leader, especially during the war, he was a very emotional person, and his colleagues said he often couldn't hold back tears when hearing bad news. Oh, here's another curious fact. Winston Churchill was a very unlucky person. During his life, he had numerous unpleasant incidents. He had several concussions when still a child. Once, he nearly drowned in a lake. He also fell several times from horses, as well as crashed a plane when learning to fly. Once, he was even run over by a car because he looked the wrong way when crossing the street. However, despite all these accidents, he lived until 90. The next personality, or personalities to be precise, are the Beatles, the fabulous 4 from the Liverpool. They were just another underground band when they were spotted by their would-be manager. I guess he had no idea that later on those 4 guys would be one of the greatest influences on pop culture. You have probably heard Yesterday, one of the Beatles' most famous songs. It is actually included in the Guinness World Records as the most recorded song of all times. This song came to Paul McCartney in a dream, as he didn't have the lyrics yet, but at the same time didn't want to forget the tune. The first ever version of the song was about scrambled eggs. Apart from their music talent, the Beatles also had a successful film career. However, they didn't leap at just any opportunity. For example, once their manager signed a contract with Disney for the band to voice characters in the cartoon The Jungle Book. The Beatles didn't have a high opinion of Disney productions, and that's why they turned down the offer. Nevertheless, if you watch the cartoon carefully, you'll see that the vultures look exactly like the Beatles, with their haircuts and Liverpool accent. Unfortunately, the band fell apart in the 70s. 10 years later, John Lennon, one of the founding members of the Beatles, was killed by a fan. Finally, I mentioned J.K. Rowling. The author of the Harry Potter series is included in the list of the most powerful celebrities in the world. It's amazing how a person can go all the way from being unemployed to becoming a multimillionaire in just 5 years. The Harry Potter books and movie rights are currently worth around £7 billion. Did you know that the Harry Potter manuscript had been rejected by 12 different publishing houses before it was published? I imagine those publishing houses now kicking themselves for wasting such an opportunity. J.K. Rowling hates to be in the limelight though, and since she guards her private life intensely, I can't really tell much about her. What about you? If you could meet any celebrity, alive or dead, who would it be and why? Share your answers with us in the chat.